Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about an Indonesian horror stories entitled Suster Nyasat. In Indonesian, Suster stands for nurse and Nyasat stands for sliding. As you can see in these pictures, it's a woman girl sliding. So this story is about a nurse that has been brutally raped and murdered in a hospital at Java, but they didn't state the name of the hospital. Not only brutally raped the nurse, they also broke her leg and made her appear as Sister Nasot. So that's the reason why she got the name Sister Nasot. But girls, you don't have to worry because these calls will only chase the boys. And for the boys, don't walk alone at any dark pathway at hospital at night. But don't worry, I don't think these ghosts can run. So this is my only horror story. And yeah, I hope this ghost didn't go to Malaysia because she's Indonesian. Bye.
12 a.m. I want to go to the toilet and my sister asked me where I was going. I said I was going to the toilet. Suddenly she laughed. I asked her why, but she said nothing. And being a curious person, I pushed her to tell me what's wrong. And she said she heard something knocking on our kitchen door, which is in front of our toilet. I got scared and asked her to accompany me to go to the toilet. After that, we heard the knocking again, but at the zinc. We heard something like scratch the zinc and jump. I was super scared that time that I had to go to my parents' room and told my father that we heard something scary. After that, the sound was still heard several times. It got louder by time, and the sound would move around and around. That scared me a lot. Since I'm a villager that full of horror story from the oldest, at first I thought it was and then after I heard that scratch, seems like that thing want to enter our house, and I thought it was.
Hi guys, so today I would like to share horror story that I have heard. The title is about Andado Oko. In the morning about 8 a.m., an old woman walked to the garden alone. The distance between her house and her garden is about 600 meters. On the way back home, it was all dark. All she can see is trees, and all she can hear is her own footsteps. And on that lonely walk, suddenly the girl heard whisper saying Andado Oku in Dusun language, which means wait for me. But at that time, no one was there except her. She turned his back if there was anyone, and no one was there. She became extremely scared, and she walked quickly to go back home. And last but not least, I want to tell you guys something. The old woman is my grandmother, and it based on true story.
Hello guys, okay, my horror story is about alone at midnight. Okay, at midnight when my roommates already sleep, I was on the phone with my other friend. Then I heard some noise coming from my roommate workshop. The sound seems like someone was trying to find something, and it's actually quite loud. But the word is only I can hear it and my friend do not have any noises. Suddenly I heard like someone was walking, chair had been dragged around, thing was falling at the upstairs room, but actually there's nobody up there. It's only an empty TV room. I almost feel like I want to scream and cry, but I try to relax and convince myself that it's only my imagination and not reality. Then I woke up from my bed and turned on the lights. I will not feel scared. And I tried to listen some music on my phone. And after I feel like a little bit calm, I pray and sleep until the next morning, and then I told my roommate about what happened last night. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Albina. So today I want to share a ghost story about the place where I used to live before, and it is Kota Blut. So in Kota Blut there's famous ghost called Balan Balan. And in Kota Blut we are not supposed to say its name because legends say you summon it closer every time you say Balan Balan. So this is how Balan Balan looks like. I don't have courage to see the real one because I'm too... Balan Balan usually hunt at night, and it has a preference for the blood of pregnant women or women who recently gave birth and newborn. From what I heard from my parents' friend, they said that Balan Balan are integrated, passing down from one generation to another, from mother to daughter. So my warning is, if you want to go to Kota Blut, please avoid to say its name. So it's not from my experience, but I hope you enjoy my story. Hello everyone, my name is Albina. So today I want to share a ghost story about the place where I used to live before, and it is Kota Blut. So in Kota Blut there's famous ghost called Balan Balan. We are not supposed to say its name because legends say you summon it closer every time you say Balan Balan. This is how Balan Balan looks like. I don't have courage to see the real one because I'm too...
Usually I'll put it at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night.
Balan usually hunt at night, and it has a preference for the blood of pregnant women or women who recently gave birth and newborn. I heard from my parents' friend, they said that Balan Balan are integrated, passing down from one generation to another, from mother to daughter. So my warning is, if you want to go to Kota Blut, please avoid to say its name. So it's not from my experience, but I hope you enjoy my story.
But then at
My
the
name
edge
is
of the
Albina. So today I want to share a ghost story about the place where I used to live before, and it is Kota Blut. So in Kota Blut there's famous ghost called Balan Balan.
I don't know where is she now.
We are not supposed to say its name because legends say you summon it closer every time you say Balan Balan.
Thank you for your attention.
This is how Balan Balan looks like. I don't have courage to see the real one because I'm too... Balan Balan usually hunt at night, and it has a...
Since everyone is talking about their own horror story, I have something in mind. So back in 2017, somewhere in July, I was staying up late until 1 or 2 a.m. at the time doing my homework because I was pretty scared of my teachers back then. It was my math homework, and my math teacher is kinda scary. Okay, back to the story. After I finished my homework and then I switched off the lights, I went to my bed and tried to sleep. So before I went to sleep, I heard something. I heard something weird. The sound was like you heard a chicken getting killed, something like that. But the sound firstly came out loud, so I was pretty startled at first, and it's getting softer every second. I was pretty sleepy back then, so I didn't think much about it, and I tried to make myself sleep by staring at the windows at the time. Unfortunately, my windows don't have a curtain, so I could see clearly what's going on outside. And suddenly, I saw a thing flew right past my window and stopped for a second. It looks like a group of fireflies flying together, but in kind of weird way. On top of the fireflies, there was a person face, And the first thing I noticed is the hair. The hair was like when you ride a pickup on the back and the wind is gushing off. That kind of hair. I don't know what to explain. And just for you guys to know, I live in Kota Blut, and the stereotypes about Kota Blut is there's a lot of thing, the UFO thing, the flying head thing. There are lots of that thing going on. But that was my first time of actually seeing one of it. So back to the story. I was scared. I was scared. I didn't say anything. I didn't even close my eyes because I was too scared to close my eyes. And then, um, the thing just flew off to the forest and then disappear. I was like, why did she stop in front of my window? Did she know that I was looking at her? I don't know. I never know. And that morning, I got sick and I got scolded by my parents because that was my fault for not staying up late. I mean, and I told my grandfather about the incident, and he was like, back in his days, Kota Blood was filled by that thing everywhere. I was like, so that's it. Okay, bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about horror story. As you can see, this beautiful forest, it is called Suicide Forest. It is located in Japan. Why it is called Suicide Forest? Because it is the world's most popular place to commit suicide. Most of the Japanese believe that the people who committed suicide must not be left alone at the forest. So the forest workers will bring and keep the body in a special room of local forest police station. But if the body still remaining there, they believe that it is a bad luck for the suicide victims, and the spirit will cry and scream the whole night and might even move their own body. So yeah, it's scary to think that behind this beautiful forest there are plenty of people that die because of committed suicide. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.